What's the name of the what's the name of the title so I can say it? What's going on, everybody? It's Rashan Ali here, Sir Rashan Ali. We out here about to get an interview, relationship conversation. What do you mean? Oh, so you gotta rotate it back if you're recording it from that. That's cool. We lit? No. Yeah, what's up, everybody? Listen, man, we just getting a few little kinks. Y'all know I'm prepared for 2023, like to really to redo everything. Uh, my whole page is gonna be it's gonna be different, man. I'm really coming. The book is coming. The uh, the journey of self actualization. Many different shows, a lot of different things I got coming, man. We really taking this YouTube thing to the next level. Um, mhm. uh, Submitting to truth. I think that giving myself room to be wrong. I could be wrong. Listen, man. Anytime I recognize that ego is taking a part of my decision, when I recognize that, I have to take a step back. Um, it's about being real with yourself. Honestly, it's just about being real with yourself. Like, and then talking to yourself, really asking yourself, like, why am I doing this? Right? So life to me is like a game of chess. Like, why am I moving here? Why did I make this move? Why is this the best move? What am I doing it for? Is it pureness from my heart or is it vanity? I literally ask those questions of myself. Well, every moment that I could get, trying to stay focused in a world full of distractions, not letting the distractions cloud my judgment or conversation with myself. Definitely. It's stages, so it depends. And like each, new levels is new devils. So at one level, I would just say, it's just it's recognizing and saying to myself like, yo, you tripping. Like, why does it matter?
Mm.
Does it really matter that much to you that you would sabotage your credibility or whatever the case may be at that time over like is it really about standing on like you really gonna let your pride you gonna feel some type of way being wrong?
Mm.
Like the person might be the battle might be victorious to the opposing person or the other person, rather it's your family, partner, whoever the case may be, friend. And but the victory is with you in the long run because of the lesson, the growth from that. It's like I'm breaking this plateau. This is getting in my way for growth. That's another way to look at it.
Mm.
Like this is getting in my way from growth.
Yes.
Growth is on the other side of ego. So let me break through the door of ego
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna grow. And
Yeah.
I know it probably sounds good,
Yeah.
but it's real work that go into it. You have to want to do it.
Yeah.
You have to be sincere. And the more that you not worrying about what others think
Mm.
when you being wrong,
Yeah.
the better that you could just continue on submitting to truth.
I like that a lot. I like that a lot. So if you see like somebody else in their ego and it's something they need to work on, is it something that you let them figure out on their own, or you have to point it out to them to help?
Some things sometimes you don't need to point. It depends on the situation, but no, I just say okay.
Okay, in a relationship with a woman,
I just say okay.
and you think that's the best like way to go about it?
And no, no, on a normal basis, it
Yeah.
does
Yeah. Why?
because they get to see themselves.
Mm.
If I go into one of the worst things that when someone get to know me is for me not to engage, continue on engaging into a conversation. I don't mind going back and forth if it's growth there. But the minute that I do see ego, I know right at that point in time, it my words will be on deaf ears. There's nothing that I'm gonna say that's going to get through to that person at that point in time, and that's okay
Yeah.
because it also make me grow in discipline and being able to even if they continue on going on and on about it, it also makes me disciplined to be able to hear an opposing argument and and knowing that I want to say something
Yeah.
and don't say nothing, just okay. All right, you got it. To agree to disagree for the moment. And but I do know that we're gonna I do know we're gonna get back to that conversation at a better time.
Mm.
And yeah,
So, okay. So then that leads into my next question, which is there such thing as a 50-50 relationship?
I don't know what that means.
Mm.
I mean I hear it, but I don't know what that means. 50-50.
Mm.
I believe that depending on where you at and if you're in a relationship long enough, somebody might be feeling like they giving more than the other. And sometimes that's just a feeling. You
Yeah.
might not even actually be giving
That's a
more
good
than
point.
others.
No, that's a good
You
point.
just viewing things from your
Yeah,
vantage point,
yeah.
right?
Perspective is reality, though.
At the end of the day. So yeah. So and sometimes you might be valid in your point. You might
Yeah.
be, and that just is what it is. Like,
Mm.
don't you feel like you got to be tested as well? Like,
How
as
do
a
you mean?
woman, you need to see if a man is really for you,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
I agree. You
yeah.
should.
You should.
So, but a man need to see that a woman is really for him too.
Yeah.
It's easy for you to be with me if I'm taking care of everything.
All right. Yeah.
But hard times, what about the struggles?
Right.
Are you helping me build? And are
Mm,
you really with me? Or you
mm,
just with me because I'm taking care of everything? You got to
mm.
be tested too. Everybody has to be tested. So as we progress in our marriage and get to a certain point, we both can somebody try to attack you. I'm like, no, my woman, I know my woman for me.
Mm.
Because you can go, you got history and can reflect.
Yeah.
We battle tested
Yeah.
together. We in this foxhole together.
Right.
So, it's work. Anytime you want to be with somebody is work,
Yeah.
right? That means that's what with means.
Yeah.
To be with somebody, that means to work with that person. And that's forever. That's for your rest of your life. I know
Right.
people think that is, listen, success is you take that in for 15 minutes and you gotta go back to work. You know?
Yeah.
It's stage after stage after stage of evolvement. But when you find out what works for you, you don't even the pressure becomes so light. Not that it's not no pressure on you, but the pressure it's like you know how to handle the problem with this is that because we don't have the solutions, or even when you have the solution, or do you have too much pride not to put it to the side to actually execute the solution to the problem. And sometimes ego and pride is the major problem in a marriage or any type of relationship. Can you just agree to disagree? Can you agree to disagree and just move forward with that person and allow life to teach you?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes, no matter what you say,
Mm-hmm.
a person's just not gonna get it. I'm not into wasting my breath.
Mm-hmm.
If we can't if I don't see at the end of this conversation that one of us is going to walk away saying, you know what? I never even thought about it from that perspective. Either let me do some more research, or I agree with you, or you know what? I disagree with you, but you know, because the other person could be wrong and you can be right. But if there's no conclusion at under this, it's just argument. It's just showing who. Oh, I'm smart at it. If it's about that, I'm good in relationships. I'm good with those type of conversations. Let's just say.
What do you feel constitutes a healthy relationship?
What do I
What do you feel
what I
constitutes
oh
a healthy
what do
relationship?
I feel constitutes a healthy relationship? I think desire or wanting to continue on evolving. Forgiveness. You know, I think that compromise. I don't mind compromising someone that I'm in a relationship with, because most of the time what I'm giving up is ego and pride.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gaining trust. I'm gaining respect. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gaining, you know, uh, maybe if it's a woman, more submissiveness because I'm willing to compromise on things, or especially when I'm you willing to tell your woman when you know damn well you're wrong, you can man up and be like, I was wrong. No, and you can tell her the ugly truth and not trying to give her pretty lies. You would get a lot much respect from her. Um, you don't got to be arrogant when you're telling the truth, right? You don't have to be arrogant saying it. But I think when people do that, it's because they're not used to telling the truth. But it's a way of conveying the truth. Regardless, it might hurt her feelings, but it's a way of laying it to her. And as a man, and vice versa, as a woman, I hate when women be scared to tell the truth because, oh, I'm trying to protect your feelings. Yeah, stop the shenanigans. You're trying to not expose yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel comfortable within yourself telling the truth.
Mm-hmm.
It's an inner problem. Don't make it an external problem. So I think what constitutes a healthy relationship is uh, not being prideful.
Yeah. I'm just gonna speak louder with you because you kind of low a little bit.
I'm low.
That's good. Yeah, that's better. So
Okay.
since no one is perfect and
Uh-huh.
a man will be a man, that's the saying. Do you feel women should perhaps welcome the idea of being a ride or die chick?
What does that mean?
What do you think it means?
I know what I thought it mean at 20.
What you think it means in your 30s? Your facial expressions on camera is hilarious,
I
bro. Sidebar.
I think that
Hilarious, just
I
so you know.
I think that
You can smile a little bit, yeah,
I think that what constitute
that makes it seem like you're in an interrogation room and I'm just like questioning you and you're like,
nah, I think that repeat the question again. I'm
oh
sorry.
my God, I'm gonna repeat it again while you're thinking because yeah, I don't mind. Since no one is perfect and a man will be a man,
Yeah.
do you feel women should perhaps welcome the idea of being a ride or die chick
Ride or die for a
for that
man.
man
A
by any
ride
means
no
necessary?
nah, I don't believe by any means necessary.
Like Derek Jackson's wife, ride or die chick.
Yeah, I mean he was good to her
How you know?
according to according to their
She said that man was cheating on her for years. Where's the good?
you say he was cheating on her for I don't really know too much of their story
But you just said he was good to
because
her.
I was going by that as one little clip that she made and said that how he take care of his family. Uh,
So in that instance, do you think a woman should just be a ride or die chick?
I don't ride or die as long as your man is respecting you.
Okay. So if he's cheating, having sex with all these women, should a woman
I
stay?
would never tell a woman to leave
Say
because
it
a
again.
man cheated. I would never tell anybody to leave
Okay.
a marriage.
Uh-huh.
What the only reason why I say that is because you might have this one woman that's a big deal for her,
Yeah. And the other one is not.
and the other woman is not. So
Yeah.
why would I
I get it.
tell somebody to leave? And then not only that, the reason why I won't tell somebody to leave, especially when children is involved, I know what my divorce it did and doing to my daughters.
Mm.
I wish that on nobody. I wish that on nobody. I would, in hindsight, I would suffer for my children. They didn't make themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't make themselves. If I wanted to be about myself, I
Yeah.
should have never had children.
Wow. Yeah. Facts.
But I'm also not a sucker
How do
in
you
the
mean?
sense of I'm not never going to be with somebody that don't want to be with me. You can't force that.
But
It
a
takes two.
man's not gonna be like, I don't want to be with you. He just gonna be never come home and sleep with a whole bunch of chicks and
That's
come
not
home with the
true. I
kids
didn't
every
do
day.
that.
Now you, I'm not saying every man. I'm saying in this scenario with Derrick Jackson, he was going out
But
having sex with all these women,
but
and
who said
she's home with the kids.
but who said that he didn't want his wife?
I
I
think,
don't.
but
Again,
that's
we
my
don't know
thing.
the
That's
situation.
what my thing. We're going off of his actions, not his words.
I can't. But I don't know all of his actions. I only know what.
But,
I only know what's publicized. I don't know the inter. I don't
no,
know
it's
the
not about Derrick
conversation.
Jackson. I'm saying in that scenario.
All right. So you create a scenario of a man that's just running out being
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, uh, it's a lot of variables that
And
goes into
okay.
that.
Fair.
It's a lot of variables
I
that go into
agree.
that. I've been married before, so I know it's never just like one.
Yeah, it's not
In
black and white.
any what I've learned, and especially listen to people who break up, the that last thing that happened wasn't the
No, that was the
wasn't the
straw that broke the camel's
yeah.
back.
It's a whole lot of
A
things
whole
that
lot of
go,
stuff.
and I really don't know the ins and outs of it.
Yeah,
So like for when you see someone break up,
yeah.
uh, so again, it's hard for me, but I would definitely say this: I don't believe that a woman, see, to say a ride or die chick, and my youthful stage would be no matter what's going on, you ride. I don't agree with that at 30, 34, going on 35. Ride or die woman or a chick to me is a woman that's not leaving her man because he has a financial fall,
That was gonna be one of my questions.
right? A woman's not leaving her man because he's not giving her emotional support at the
At
moment.
that time, yeah.
Yeah, or a woman leaving a man because he's not giving her mental support at that time, right? It's
Exactly.
you know, it's balance, it's valleys
Yeah.
and peaks in
Yeah,
relationships,
absolutely.
right? So like I don't know how long you're supposed to deal with it, but I know that it's a test for both. It's going to be things that I'm sure if you listen to the man, there's things that is getting underneath his skin about you that he has to deal with as well. It's that's the nature of trying to be with someone, right? So I think to be a right, as long as the man respecting you and is trying to meet and overcome all obstacles that is in his path, then that's a man that you want to hold tight to. Because some men ain't trying to meet and overcome all obstacles that's in his path. Some men just don't really care.
They don't.
And, you
And you
know,
could tell by their actions.
yeah, to a certain degree, I agree to a certain degree. There's some men that don't really care, but still does. It's easy for them to take care. They're a man, so it's easy for them to take care of business. But he really don't care.
Yeah, but how would you know?
Ah, no. Men stay in relationships with women
They said.
that, of course, that
Yeah.
they don't.
Right.
Men,
So how would you know the difference? Is my question. Like, I agree with you. I know that.
I mean, at that point, it's personality, and every man is different at that point. You know how the principles of a man is pretty much the same. But now, when you start talking about the detail work, that's going to be different from every man. I don't want to speak vaguely uh, about any man, but you know, if I don't care, I'm gonna let you know. I want you to know, in fact. And if I don't really care, it just all really depends on the circumstance, man. Because I could not care today and care tomorrow. Ain't that the brain? The brain is life, man. Ain't nothing just man. Life is a diamond that you have to look from every angle. Like you turn that diamond every single day. People grow.
Mm. What do you feel is one of the most important qualities in every relationship?
What do I feel is one of the most important?
Qualities in every relationship.
Communication.
Mm. Why?
I think if communication is at top tier, then no one is blinded.
My answer is respect and trust.
I mean, if you're willing to communicate at the highest level and grow in it, that is respect. You could add respect to that. I respect you enough to communicate with you. I mean, if I don't respect you enough, I could care less of being
I agree.
honest, open, and transparent with you.
I agree with that. Listen, I definitely agree with that. Now, okay, so when it comes to friends and relationships, I think
Mm,
I think friends break up a lot of relationships, and this is something we never ever talk about, and it's a real problem. So what role?
Women friends break up a lot of relationships.
Oh no, dudes be like, oh, you with her? Look at her, like she.
That's not how that go.
What role
That's
should
not how that
what
go.
roles
We're
should
not about to do
respected
that.
friends play in relationships?
What role that respected
Res-
friends?
what roles should respected friends play in relationships?
Well, if you're married, I'm only dealing with marriage because all of that boyfriend and girlfriend stuff don't count.
I know.
Um, Men don't even respect that type of relationship,
Thank you for telling the truth.
and women don't either. Which is the reason why they're looking for the next level, which is marriage.
Ooh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah,
It,
no,
the,
that's true,
the
true,
the
true.
brain doesn't even allow you. That's not a real commitment.
Yeah,
She
right.
knows it deep down,
Yeah,
which is why if you're really serious, you'll marry
yeah,
me,
of course.
right?
That's a fact. If that's the ultimate level and you serious, why wouldn't you do
I
it?
agree
That's stupid.
because
Don't play with
anybody
me.
anybody will
Don't
go
play
with
with
you.
me. Yeah.
Anybody look
Anybody can have sex with you.
100%.
That's nothing.
So it's just to
It's
have
literally
access.
nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah, literally.
Marriage is the real deal, and
Yeah,
it clicks in the mind.
yeah, facts.
Something totally different.
Yeah.
Which is why you can see people being together for 15 years. As soon as they get married, they be divorced within
Yeah,
3 years.
that's wild. Like
You
they
be like,
just
how did
yeah,
y'all
don't
been
matter.
together? Because it's different.
Yeah, it is
But
different.
anyway,
Yeah, because
they've
you
been living
bypass the
together for the
whole question.
decade. But now,
You bypass the whole question.
no, I'm going.
I'm just messing with you.
I think that if you, first of all, I believe in people minding their own goddamn business,
Hey, okay.
right? But it's a scripture that says a good woman knows how to guard the unseen.
Mm,
She's not out, and that's not just for a woman, it's a man as well. But she's not out telling your business and dirty laundry
mm-hmm.
to her friends.
Right.
Why would you even paint a negative picture of the man that you chose to
Right.
your friends?
Right. Exactly.
It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
A man that you chose.
Yeah.
Look how
Yeah. Yeah.
stupid you look.
Yeah. Because you chose him.
Cause you chose him.
Yeah. I know that's right.
Oh, he out here, you know, the lights off again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would then you want your friend who cares about you?
Yeah. To just sit and just be like,
She don't even. Of course, she don't have a healthy respect for your man because you don't even have enough respect for your man.
that's a fact.
Telling your business.
Yeah.
I think
You look like this was personal for a minute.
friends,
You look like you perked up
but
on
it's the
it.
truth. It's what it is. Is
Yeah.
everybody should just mind their business.
Mind your business. I like that.
You know.
But why you glistening in the camera though right now? I'm just saying that really like is working for you. I'm just saying.
Oh man, I appreciate it.
The next question is why do so many down low
No,
sisters
can I say this? There's nothing wrong with married, especially young married couples, going to older married couples
okay.
who've been doing it for a long time
Mm-hmm.
and seeking advice.
Mm.
There's
That's
nothing wrong
different.
with that.
That's different from gossiping
I,
to your
I
friends.
was about to say, and then y'all going together collectively
Yeah.
to a married couple to get counsel.
Yeah.
You're not sneaking and invading your marriage privacy and betraying your man or your woman, right? But now, if y'all collectively, no, we need to handle this because I can't get past this part. We need counseling. And then find a couple that y'all trust
Mm-hmm.
and go seek counsel.
Mm.
There's nothing wrong with that. I want to make that. I want to make that plain.
You look very presidential when you did that with your hands. There's
Mhm.
nothing wrong. Can I just see it one more time? Nothing.
Nothing wrong with that.
I love it. The facial expressions and the body is just amazing. All right. The next question is why do so many down low sisters and brothers choose marriage knowing they share an alternative sexual preference?
Maybe appeasing
How do
others.
you mean?
Maybe appeasing others.
Okay.
Sometimes I really want I don't really I mean let's dive in that. The psyche of a person that does that. It's kinda like why would you maybe they don't want a long term relationship with the same sex, but they just enjoy the freakish behavior of the same sex, right?
I kind of threw up in my mouth a little bit. I'm sorry. Just thinking about it. It just was real graphic.
So they maybe they you know they think they maybe they like the sneakiness of it and thinking that they would never get caught. because I, if I tell you I'm out with the bros, or if I'm out with the girls, because women that
I say women and men.
right, and then you're not thinking anything,
You're right.
so they feel like they can get their cake and eat it too, because it's not like, listen, he's still a man. He like women too. You know, this I was cutting this gay guy. He said the misconception that y'all straight men have, that y'all think that we not having sex with women. We have sex with women. In fact, they want to have sex with us because they want to know what it's like having sex with a gay
No,
man.
I don't want to know that.
And then he says sometimes we have threesomes you letting your woman. He said never allow your woman to say, "Oh, my best friend is gay." Yeah, I got a gay best friend. Oh no, it's some things going on for the most part. It's and I was shocked hearing this. So he actually had the barbershop rocking at that time. Like the everybody. I never agreed with my woman talking about, yeah, I'm out with my gay best bro. You know the conversations that's being had? Nah, I'm good. So yeah, I just think that they want their cake and eat it too.
That's wild though.
Selfishness. That's what it all boils down. So,
Maybe they just want a family too.
yeah, selfishness. It's all about what they want. It's like from a narcissistic view,
Mm,
you know? You know
yeah,
what? I don't want to give nobody else a choice. I'm going to take my choice.
yeah,
It's
that's
my
wrong.
choice. It doesn't matter.
That's so wrong. I don't see the people that end up on those shows like Snapped and First 48 and them type of shows.
Yeah. As a man, just imagine. I know some dudes are so sick in their mind because they don't really want righteous women.
Thank you.
And that I walk in and my girl is getting her box ate by another female. I'm gonna take it like I don't care what the gender is. You cheated.
Hmm.
Now you cheated. Ain't none of this. Oh yeah, well I'm about to join. Nah, I'm not thinking that. It's the last thing that I'm thinking. But some people are so ignorant and selfish, and a lot of time these guys really
And
don't like
lust.
the girl. But that's the thing. He see, it's a sense of control. So he know he will never marry her too. So she's just like a placement holder at the time. So that's the reason why I was like, oh damn, he mad as hell because like we could have jumped her together. Like that's the mindset because he really don't have enough love for her. When a man loves a woman, oh, you know. He nobody better not be playing with him like that. Hell no. But when you see a guy that's willing to allow you to go out and he having girlfriends and all whole 9 yards, yeah, he don't really love you like he's supposed to. It's a sort of type of sick love if he do, you know. And he probably don't have no plans on marrying you in the first place. And y'all ladies, y'all gotta stop these dudes running game. Yeah, we don't really need no we don't need to
White
get
man
married.
paperwork.
That's the white man,
Government and
the
our
government and
paperwork.
all of it. Stop the shenanigans, beloved. Ladies, protect yourself.
Mm.
All right, protect yourself.
So you think women should get married?
I think, yeah, of course.
Is there like a time limit a woman should wait for that?
A woman shouldn't be courting a man no longer than a year.
So, okay, what happens when she gets to that year mark? Like, what is she, and he's not bringing it up?
He never brought it up in 1 year.
Yeah.
Oh, but first of all, she was wasting her time. I ain't blaming him. I'm blaming her.
So you think a man should bring it up in what, 2 months, 3 months?
Listen, a man already knows if he's willing to marry you or not.
Right.
It don't take a man long. It don't take a man long. A man knows.
Okay, so he should bring it up within
I
six
don't.
months,
I don't. I don't.
within a year.
It should if he say 6 months tops,
Uh huh.
then something wrong.
Okay.
Oh, you just toying with me.
Oh.
But I don't blame him. I blame you. You allowed it.
So she should bring it up within, if he doesn't, within the first 6 months.
Somebody be an adult.
Okay.
If y'all not talking marriage,
What are we doing?
And oh, all right, we just going to hold each other as placement holders. Cool. Oh, we just going to we. I just like your friendship. Cool. Nah, this ain't going nowhere. Cool. Or yeah, I think I will marry you. Cool. Whatever. Communication is key. Whatever you want to do, you grow. I'm not saying certain things that I agree with, but I do. I'm not going to pretend what the. I know the reality of life and what people. Listen, if two people are an agreement on something,
Hmm.
who am I to be telling them what to do?
I get it. I get it. But I just was hoping you could give women some advice. Like,
I just gave the
no, no,
advice.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
yeah,
I
I'm
yeah,
agreeing.
I'm not I think that but also the thing about it is, man, righteous women and women want niggas.
But that leads into this next question. You ready?
I'm listening.
You ready? You ready?
I'm
All
listening.
right. How can a relationship survive without complete sexual fulfillment?
Mm, I don't know.
You
I
don't
don't know.
know?
It's something wrong. If you don't get sexual fulfillment,
What if he like he got ED and he used to be able to please you in the first 2 years and now he can't?
well, how did you allow your man to get ED?
Ooh,
What are you feeding him? Are you
ooh,
feeding life into him?
ooh,
Are you causing stress in his life?
ooh.
Or you get ED from mental and you get ED from what you putting in your body. Those are mainly the two ways you gain ED.
What if he came with it?
Well, you know what you signed up for.
What if she didn't? She didn't have sex with him. You know? Don't do that. Those be the
You,
ones that want to run to the altar too. So maybe she was
what's
like,
a wise way of answering
yeah,
that?
yeah.
You can find what's his problem was blocking him, and then you can go do the work of helping him solve that issue. I mean, it said,
And if he can't fix it, should survive
a
without
marriage.
sexual a marriage without sexual fulfillment.
You know what? I can't even answer that
And
question.
I trumped you with these questions. What you mean you can't answer?
No, it's not. I just told you. I think that I don't. I
I
procreation to be
a bonding experience,
on a
stress relief.
serious high level, and it's supposed to be enjoyment.
Hmm.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be many different things of on a positive when you express it in the best of manners.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, I never been in those situations. I hear a lot of men, older men, being coming in my barbershops at times to having real conversations about it. But every man that I ever seen with that problem, they're not healthy. Like they drinking,
I've
smoking,
seen a healthy looking,
I,
healthy
healthy
eating,
looking.
healthy lifestyle, working out man have ED.
I never met one.
I have. You know what it was?
I don't. I mean, I'm not a man. I mean, I'm not a woman for me to.
You know what it was?
What?
He had the spiritual issue. He was
Oh,
very,
there you go.
he was very Christian. So this is what I think it was.
Uh,
He didn't say that to me. I don't
start by saying you can get it two ways from a mental or
know. I think it's a
or a
spiritual issue.
physical thing. Body. Yeah,
That's how you look. That's how your face look. I ain't got to deal with that. That's how your face look.
listen, bro, your woman got needs too, man.
Mm.
You got to get yourself right. And it's easy for you know what?
What?
It's easy for me to say at 34.
Yeah.
I haven't walked that path, and may Allah never give me
Ah, nigga, man, I love
those
never.
issues and problems.
Not facts. Not facts.
You know,
Listen, I love that.
I don't want to go through that.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know.
In a long-term relationship, though, what's the longest you think you should go without sex?
Without,
Like, it should never get past this point.
everybody is different. Everybody is different.
Right.
So you know that the more I'm in love with my woman, the more I want it.
Like every day, 3 times a day,
No, it don't need to be every day. I
3
might
times
want
a
to
week.
feel like I want it every day, but I'm not actually going to have sex every single day.
Some people
Yeah, I mean, to each his own. Sometimes that lasts for 2, 3 years, and sometimes that lasts, it can have moments like, oh, we having sexual intercourse every single day, and then boom, 2 weeks done went by.
do.
It done went by.
What is something that women need to understand more about men?
A man to be a man and work through the problems. And if you see him having a problem, your mouth can be constructive energy, or your mouth could be used for destructive energy. You know, he's giving him peace mentally, the better he is in the position to solve those problems.
You just had me thinking about, yeah, that does work.
So just looking your man in your eyes, in his eyes, and just speak to him. I cuddle him, rubbing on his head or something, and just speak life into him. It can go a long way.
If I have like a need that I need him to do though, and he hasn't done it, like when's the best time to ask for that?
When every man is different, you got to know your man. If you don't know your man, y'all know when y'all really want something, you know how to get that out of your man. When you want to be
Some women
annoying,
don't.
huh?
Some women just don't.
Then they don't need to be with that man. Because if you with a man that you have not learned when the best time to approach him for something, it's just you the problem.
But it should be a two-way street. They should be learning each other.
Why are we talking about the man at this point when you mentioned the woman? We talking about the woman being, yes, all right, so for future reference in all my questions, anytime I'm speaking,
You need both.
I'm talking for both. However, the conversation was about a woman, right? You should know when is the best time to talk to your man. Well, but then here go pride and ego. Well, I'm gonna say it whenever I need to say it.
No.
Some women feel that way because they mad, because they emotional, and pride is there. So they gonna say it wrong in a destructive way. No, your mouth is a woman's mouth is very powerful, believe it or not. I know
You
some of
know
y'all
what?
dudes be acting tough, but you know damn well your wife know how to get underneath your skin if she wanted to.
If she wanted to, we can have some more healthy relationships between men and women.
understanding.
Yeah. I say all the time, like I don't think we have enough patience for one another, especially the older we get. It's just like we're just like I'd rather do something else
I,
because
I think
it's
I think we
compromising. Is
got
oh,
oh this one.
somebody said our mouths are powerful in more ways than one, with a smiley face. Truly.
Yeah, so I think that
Well, we'll wrap this up then.
I think that yeah, your mouth is super powerful, and it's pride. But pride, we started off. Pride and ego is the greatest detriment to marriages and relationships and all relationships, no matter what type of relationship. Pride and ego, because you have this perception of yourself.
Mm.
It's a perception of yourself. I'm not telling you that. I'm a person that you chose. Now either you want all of the good. See, you want all of the good parts of this person, but you don't want to deal with the bad parts of this person. But it's just,
Yeah, men and women do the
so-
same thing. It's so crazy.
it, it's disheartening and it's so frustrating when you really realize people are scared, man. They don't know the science of mating. We have not been taught that. Abraham Lincoln said we're going to free the slaves, but we're not going to. That's one of the things he said that we're not going to teach them the science of mating, and you see it clearly. And we don't want to take no chances. We want to see. We want to do things with a like a guarantees.
And guarantees don't exist.
Sometimes I get so aggravated, and even having these discussions and topics of conversation, I get so disgusted when I really realize like it's not too many of us willing to take risks. It's really not, and it's very disheartening. It's very frustrating. It's like people just talking and they not really doing the work. And when they do the work, they become extremists because they heard about something. Now they overboard. They not really balanced with themselves. And then you got it's so much, man. The this the male and female relationship dynamic is just so crazy, man.
Well, do you have words of encouragement before we close this out?
So my words of
Where you could speak louder so I make sure they hear you?
so the words of encouragement that I have is just keep fighting. Don't give up on love. Love is the key. I think that the key thing is the more you study yourself and really study yourself. I'm not talking about because I know a lot of disciplined people, but they don't know themselves properly.
Wow.
Right? They disciplined,
Yeah.
but they don't really know themselves,
Yeah.
so they don't take risks.
Yeah.
They don't believe they. I know what people say, but your actions going to show you as you talk about your actions. I know what comes out of people's mouth,
Yeah.
but I can see your action. You don't really believe in yourself.
Ooh. Ooh.
If you believed in yourself,
You wouldn't act like that.
you would act
You
like
wouldn't
that.
move it. You wouldn't move in that way.
Oh, you know what? I
Oh,
don't
that's so true.
know. I don't know, man. I don't know about her, bro. So
Mm.
why you dealing with her?
Right. Facts.
Sisters, uh-uh. No, cause he might just be. He could just be running game. So why you dealing with him? If that's creeping in your mind, why? Then take you in your fear and go somewhere else.
Mm.
Be by yourself until you waited ready to face your fears.
Men and women, equally. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I started off by saying the man, bro.
No, I'm
Yeah,
agreeing with you.
and It's just so the thing is, don't allow fear to stop you from being great. Don't allow fear to stop you from being great. And heaven for a man is in the woman.
Ooh, I like that.
All of this pointing fingers at each other.
Mm-hmm.
We're taught where you find indecent women, there is no decent men. So wherever you find indecent women, surely you're gonna find indecent men.
I know that's right.
So never, there's no need to point the finger. Because if women run around saying men ain't sugar honey iced tea,
Mm,
well, who produced them?
what are you? I know that's right.
He came
Mm,
through a womb of another woman.
mm-hmm.
So there's no need for there to be, there's just no need.
And on that note, thank you guys for watching.
So thank you guys for watching. I hope we said some things that could resonate. Remember, don't allow fear to stop you from being great and taking chance. Always take a chance. Even when you got children, continue on taking chances,
Yeah.
right? You gotta take a chance. Great rewards only come from great sacrifices. Remember that.
Yeah.
Peace. I'm Sir
Yee.
Rashawn Ali. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day.
All right.